online teaching classes. I'm Srishpal Chauhan, and today I brought multiple choice questions on the poem written by William Wordsworth. The title of the poem is "The World is Too Much with Us." This is the title of the poem. The world is too much with us, and these are MCQs with answers, and these will be very helpful for UGC-Net exam, HPSC screening test in Haryana, and even HTET. Let's begin with first question. What is the main theme of Wordsworth's poem, "The World is Too Much with Us"? What is the main theme? Four options have been given to you, and you are to select one option out of these four. First option is the beauty of nature, the corruption of society, the materialism of modern life, or the passage of time. You are to just give a deep thought on these options. If you have got deep knowledge about William Wordsworth, you will quickly understand which theme may be there in this poem, "The World is Too Much with Us." You will come to know about that, right? So let me discuss one by one. If you think the corruption of society, does he discuss corruption of society in this poem, "The World is Too Much with Us"? Or does he discuss the beauty of nature as he discusses in other poems? Or does William Wordsworth describe or discuss the passage of time in this poem? He does talk about beauty of nature, talks about the beauty of the moonlit night when the waves are rising high in the ocean, and he may talk about like these. But do you think the inherent theme in this poem is beauty of nature? It is not. Does he talk about corruption of society? This is outrightly wrong. Does he talk about passage of time? This is outrightly wrong. The correct option is materialism. He talks about materialism, love for or lust for material objects or material things in this world, money and other matters of the world. People have got engrossed in minting money. People are wasting their precious time in amassing money and possessing material objects, and they have bartered their soul for materialism, love for matter, and they don't have now their love for nature. So this is, in this poem, William Wordsworth registers a case against this love for materialism in this world. So he makes a complaint. He regrets that people have become slave to materialism. Okay. So materialism of modern life is the theme of this poem. Second question is, in the poem, what does Wordsworth criticize humanity for being disconnected from? You are to think humanity has been disconnected from what? What is that? One person has disconnected himself from the other person, or human beings have disconnected themselves from God, okay, divine, or they have disconnected from art and culture. I think these three things are not there. We don't find humanity is disconnected from each other or the divine. He doesn't talk about divine here. He doesn't regret like Matthew Arnold, as he regrets that industrialization and progress in the field of science has made people estranged from God. So he is not discussing out here. He is only discussing nature. Man has estranged himself from nature, separated from nature. This is the correct answer. Next question. What literary device is predominantly used in the line, "Getting and spending we lay waste our powers"? Do you think that this is simile or personification or alliteration or hyperbole? You have to tell which one is there. Before I tell you the correct option out of these four, simile, personification, alliteration or hyperbole, let me discuss one by one what simile, what personification, what alliteration and hyperbole are. A simile is a figure of speech that directly compares two different things by using the word like or as. In simile, there is a comparison and comparison between two dissimilar things. Right, we have comparison, but that is in two dissimilar things, and we use like and as for comparison. Okay, but in metaphor we do not use like and as. Her smile was as bright as the sun. This is simile, as is used here. He is as brave as a lion. Right, comparison between human being and animal, wild animal. The water was as cold as ice. Do you find any simile here? Getting and spending will waste our powers. There is no like and as here. Hyperbole is a figure of speech that involves deliberate, means willing, and obvious exaggeration. Exaggeration is overstatement. When we more detail excessively, that doesn't look real, and in normal life we do not find such thing as we talk about in hyperbole. For emphasis or producing effect we use exaggeration. For example, if I say I am so hungry that I could eat a horse. I am so hungry I could eat a horse. No one can eat a horse, human being. If he is hungry, if you are hungry, you cannot eat a horse. This is a way of saying things so that you may express that you are feeling that you are extremely hungry. So the speaker doesn't literally mean they could eat an entire horse, but rather that they are very, very hungry. So in this line, getting and spending will waste our powers. When we are getting and spending, getting what? Getting money and spending money. We are wasting our time and energy in amassing money or possessing any material object. You will waste your time and energy also, but that possession would not give you any peace of mind. So this is also hyperbole. I have told you a million times. Million times is an exaggeration to stress that the speaker feels like have repeated themselves countless times. It highlights frustration or impatience, because I have told you a million times. If you ask a teacher, sir, explain this, I don't understand this. If the teacher has already explained that phrase to you, and then in frustration or in irritation, he may say, I have told you a million times. Don't you understand that? Then alliteration in the line, getting and spending will waste our powers. Alliteration is present in the repetition of W. Was sound is there, getting and spending, we, W is here, was sound. So when consonant sound is repeated in 2 or 3 words or more than these 2 or 3, and then we find the repetition of consonant sound, waste and we, alliteration is there. And what is alliteration? Alliteration is a literary device where the same consonant sound is repeated at the beginning of the words. And this is the beginning of the word, was sound, lay waste. So there is a kind of music and rhythm here. So the repetition helps to create a rhythmic effect and can emphasize certain words or ideas within the line. In this case, alliteration in we and waste draws attention to the action of squandering human potential, reinforcing the poem's theme of how materialism depletes our deeper capacities. Another poetic device we have talked about is personification. When you see things, inanimate things, in human terms, that is called personification. The wind whispered through the trees. You know, wind cannot whisper like human beings. So, but the poet says the wind whispered through the trees to create some effect. The wind is given human ability to whisper, suggesting a gentle, soft movement that adds a peaceful or eerie tone to the scene. The flowers danced in breeze. The flowers, they cannot dance, they can move in breeze, in the wind or breeze. Breeze is very soft wind when it blows in the morning time, very refreshing to human mind. Flowers danced like human being. This is also personification here. Flowers don't literally dance, but by saying they dance, the writer creates an image of flowers swaying and moving gracefully as if they were joyfully participating in the rhythm of the breeze. So alliteration is the correct option in the above question. I have taken just 10 questions, so because I want to give you detailed study in these, everything I will try to explain. So alliteration is the correct option, not simile. The poem mentions, we have given our hearts away, a sordid boon. Is it a curse? What is sordid boon here? What is sordid boon? You have to explain. We have given our hearts. We have become slave. When you give your heart, it means you become a slave. A sordid boon. What is the sordid boon here that is talked? What does the word boon mean in the context? You have to tell the meaning of boon, not sordid or boon. I'll explain you what sordid boon is here. Is it a curse? Is it a benefit or blessing? Is it a loss? Is it a trade? Let me explain sordid boon first, then I will tell you about the correct option. Oxymoron. An oxymoron is a figure of speech where two contradictory terms are combined to create a phrase that has a complex or nuanced meaning. The contradiction within an oxymoron often highlights a deeper truth or emphasizes the peculiar nature of the situation being described here. And this is sordid boon. Sordid means it's a curse. Sordid is evil, you can say, bad. And boon is a blessing. And bad blessing, what is bad blessing? We are calling it bad, and on the other hand, we are calling it a blessing. When two words or phrases giving opposite meaning are juxtaposed together or placed side by side, that is called oxymoron. So, sordid boon here is oxymoron if you are questioned about poetic device. Paradox is also placing together two opposite statements or concepts that appear self-contradictory or illogical, but upon closer examination reveals an underlying truth. That is a paradox. Sordid boon is an oxymoron. Sordid means dirty, dishonorable, or morally degraded. Boon means a blessing, benefit, or something that is helpful. By combining these contradictory terms, Wordsworth creates an oxymoron that expresses the idea of something that is supposed to be beneficial but is actually corrupt. Money is a sordid boon. Money is a sordid boon to you. Money is beneficial for human beings. That's why it's a boon. It becomes sordid when it becomes our passion. We become obsessed with amassing a lot of money more than required, then it becomes a dirty boon for us. The poet wants mythological figure is mentioned in the poem as a symbol of natural world. Which mythological figure is mentioned in the poem as a symbol of natural world? Proteus, Zeus, Apollo, or Athena? Actually, Proteus has been used. He is a sea god in Greek mythology. So the poet talks about Proteus. But you must know about Zeus also, Apollo also, Athena also. Let me tell you about these three also. Proteus is a minor sea god in Greek mythology known for his ability to change shape and foretell the future. Apollo, god of the sun, music, poetry, prophecy, and healing. And Zeus is the king of the gods, ruler of Mount Olympus, god of the sky, lightning and thunder. Symbol, it's shown in thunderbolt, eagle, or oak tree. Athena is the patron goddess of the city Athens, which was named after her following a contest between her and Poseidon. Athena offered the olive tree as her gift, symbolizing peace and prosperity, and won the favor of the people, becoming their protector. So these are Greek gods. What does the poet wish he were in order to feel more connected with nature? What does the poet wish he were in order to feel more connected? What does he want to become to get connected with nature? The simplified question is, what does the poet want or wish to become so that he may be connected with nature? A shepherd, a pagan, a child, a philosopher? Actually, he doesn't wish to be a philosopher, he doesn't wish to be a shepherd, he doesn't wish to be a child. In the concluding stanza of extract of this poem, I would rather be a pagan. He talks like that. Pagan. He wants to become a pagan. What is pagan? Now let me describe to you. Pagan is a term originally used by early Christians to describe people who followed polytheistic or ethnic religions other than Judaism. In essence, it referred to those who didn't follow the Abrahamic religions, Judaism, Christianity, or Islam. He declares that he would not like to be a Christian or Islamic or Judaism if these religions stop him to love nature. So that's why he says that. He would like to become a pagan because he gives a what you call a condition. If his religion stops him loving nature, then he would like to leave his religion and he would like to become a pagan to love nature. The poem contrasts the natural world with what aspect of human life? Yes, natural world with what aspect of human life? Contrast between natural world and any aspect of human life. Human relationship is one aspect of human life. Political system, material wealth and industrialization, or religious beliefs. Actually, he talks about material wealth and industrialization. He doesn't contrast natural world with human relationship or political system or religious. Only C option is correct. What is the tone of the poem? The world is too much with us. Joyful, melancholic, hopeful, angry. Do you think that he is angry? No. Do you think he is hopeful? No. Do you think he is rejoicing? No. He is melancholic. He is sad. He is complaining that people have attached themselves too much with material things. How does Wordsworth view the modern world's relationship with nature in this poem? Yes, modern world's relationship with nature: harmonious, disconnected, envious, indifferent. So this is disconnected. We are disconnected. We are not in harmony with nature. We are not envious of nature. We are not indifferent to nature. We are indifferent to nature, disconnected. Not we are not indifferent. Actually, we do not know the value of nature. We are disconnected. We are over busy. Last question: which line best encapsulates the poet's lament for humanity's loss for connection with nature? Which line? For this, for every, we are out of tune. Great God, I would rather be a pagan. No. The winds that will be howling. No. Is talking about wind. Thus, this sea that bears her bosom to the moon is just describing the beauty of nature here. Actually, out of tune is the correct option for you. A option is the right option. So, dear students, please subscribe to my channel, and if you have any query, if you want to give me suggestion for the videos or streams, please write in comment box. So tomorrow I shall come with another stream.